Hello from Maine. I've made it to Maine, finally. I've been meaning to do this trip for like 5 years. I have heard so many wonderful things about this state and I am so excited to be here. I'm currently in Acadia National Park, which was one of the main things I wanted to see here. It's a beautiful forested park out on coastal islands. So you have beautiful scenic drives and great hikes and incredible water views. It's about 4:30 a.m. and I've just arrived to the top of Cadillac Mountain. This is supposed to be one of the best places to view the sunrise in the park, but the tricky thing is it's looking pretty cloudy. I'm already learning that the weather here on a coastal island is very unpredictable. So that was definitely not the sunrise I wanted, but I think I got something even better. Instead of a sunrise, there was this foggy cloud inversion. You could see lights from boats piercing through the fog as they moved through the water. Something really important you need to know if you're planning a trip to Acadia is this road up to the summit of Cadillac Mountain is accessible by reservation only. And they will sell out, especially the special sunrise reservation time. You can also hike to the summit. I hear it's kind of a challenging hike. For something like sunrise, it's just a lot easier to drive up here. Another road you'll definitely want to drive in the park that doesn't require a permit is the Park Loop Road. This is a 27-mile scenic drive with lots of interesting points along it. Some of my favorites were the Otter Cliffs area, which is an easy place to pull over and see some great views, and Jordan Pond, which has a scenic walking trail around it, and there are some hikes in this area as well. Another great spot in the park is the Bass Harbor Head Light Station. This is on the other side of the park, so it's a bit of a drive, but it's a beautiful lighthouse nestled into a cliff. This morning I'm hiking the Beehive Loop Trail. It's one of the most popular hikes in the park, and I'm mostly excited. I'm a little nervous about it because everything I've read everywhere says do not do this hike if you're afraid of heights and don't bring kids. I guess there are ladders you have to climb up and like skinny spots on cliffs, and it's supposed to have epic views. That was so cool. I'm so glad I went and did that hike. I would definitely recommend it if you come to Acadia, unless you have a fear of heights. What a great way to start a day. And now I'm gonna leave the park, head into town, and get some coffee. The town I'm currently staying in is Bar Harbor, and it is this beautiful little picturesque town on the coast. It's right next to the park, and I highly recommend staying here if you are coming to Acadia because the drive into the park is super easy. But I also feel like Bar Harbor is worth visiting just on its own. I mean, if you come here, you definitely want to do the park too because it's so close, but it's beautiful. It has a really nice waterfront and a shore path that wraps around it. It has lots of shops and restaurants and cute hotels and little B&B style cottages. Something that has been so fun on this trip is flying the new DJI Air 3 drone on the coastline, not in the national park. It is so illegal to fly drones in national parks. Don't ever do it. Huge thank you to DJI for sending this to me. You can also do a lot just in Bar Harbor as well. They have a lot of tours. You can go kayaking, paddle boarding. I signed up for a puffin tour and they took me 20 miles off the coast to an island where Atlantic puffins reside, which is really fun. I also saw lots of seals, I saw a bald eagle, and tons of lighthouses. So I definitely recommend getting out on the water if you come here. The only thing better than road tripping the coast of Maine in the summertime is road tripping the coast of Maine with this. For starters, it has two cameras. So you have your 1X camera, which is a 24mm equivalent. It's wide, it's what you're used to seeing on a drone. And then there's also the 3X camera, which is a 70mm equivalent. It creates a really nice background compression for your shots, and it's nice for the subjects you don't want to get too close to. There are a lot of really pretty boats in this harbor, but I don't want to go fly my drone right up next to somebody's boat to get a picture of it. So with this, I'm able to hang back and still get the shots. And it has omnidirectional obstacle sensing, which is new for the airline. And it has the 04 HD video transmission that has a 20-kilometer range. Something I am most excited about is the 46-minute flight time. These new drones that DJI is releasing with these increased flight times are a completely different flying experience. When I used to fly drones with a shorter flight time, I always felt pressure to be really mindful of time and to be quick and like get my shots fast because I'm not going to be able to hang out up in the sky forever. But 46 minutes, I am relaxed. I put this thing up, I mosey around, I shoot everything I want to shoot, usually twice. I'm going to be getting so much use out of this because it's the sweet spot. It's robust enough that it has all of the features it has, but it's still compact and lightweight and not a burden to carry around and easy to travel with. So definitely check it out, and I'll have a link down in the description. Something else kind of cool you can do right here in town is when the tide is low, a sandbar emerges that you can walk across to explore Bar Island. They say it's safe to cross 90 minutes before low tide and 90 minutes after low tide, but if you get stuck over there, it's 9 hours before it's safe to cross again, so you either have to wait it out or they have a sign that says there's a water taxi that will come rescue you for $150. After my time in Bar Harbor, I had a couple extra days to check out some other spots on the coast, and you all on Instagram gave me some awesome recommendations for towns to stop in, like Camden that has incredible views from the top of Mount Batty, Old Orchard Beach that has a waterfront full of attractions. This was such a fun place for aerial photography. It was probably my favorite spot. I flew the entire trip. The new DJI Air 3 shoots 4K at up to 100 frames per second, which is wild. It also does 2.7K vertical shooting, and the photos are so good too. It takes both 12 and 48 megapixel photos. I also visited the town of Ogunquit that had this really cool pedestrian drawbridge in Perkins Cove that boats pass under. And of course, I tried to stop and photograph as many lighthouses as I could. You could spend an entire month visiting lighthouses in Maine. There are so many, and they're all unique. So this is the lighthouse that Forrest Gump runs to in the movie. It's just about 5 a.m. I'm at the Portland Head Light, and I'm the only one here. And look at this morning I'm getting. Oh my gosh. I would say the Portland Head Light was my favorite lighthouse of the trip. I mean, it's the kind of lighthouse you would see in a painting or on a puzzle. The views are beautiful from all sides. There's waves crashing against the rocks. Definitely make a stop here if you're driving the coast of Maine. So this is the end of my trip. I absolutely loved Maine. I would say it's one of my favorite parts of the country I've visited to date. And I also know there's so much I still haven't seen. I didn't even realize until I got here that Maine has the largest moose population in the lower 48. So now I'm like, I need to come back and go to all the moose wildlife areas and watch for moose. If Maine isn't already on your travel list, it definitely needs to be. However, I will say, if you're able to visit in the shoulder season, I would recommend it. One, because it's cheaper. The hotel prices alone in the summertime are just through the roof. And then of course it's busier. So if you can come in the spring or the fall, I'm sure it's still absolutely beautiful then, especially in the fall with the fall colors. Thank you for watching, and again, thank you so much to all of you on Instagram who gave me tips for places to visit. It was so helpful in finalizing my itinerary. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I almost just walked through this little path here. Do you see what this sign says? Oh my God.